Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to talk about the inner critic, how to deal with self-criticism. So the inner critic is the part of us, the aspect of us that judges us, that criticizes us for everything that we do. And this self-criticism runs so deep in some people that they are unable to follow their heart and do what they love. They are unable to tap into their full potential and become their highest self because there is so much criticism. And when this aspect completely overpowers you, you can't live a life of self-love. You can't be your own best friend because you're constantly hard on yourself. So the foundation of this inner critic is in the childhood. When the child is criticized really harshly in the childhood, when they are made to feel that they are not enough, when they are measured on the basis of what their parents, the society, their teachers think is right, and they are punished when they don't perform well, it creates an inner critic within us. Even when we become old, those belief systems that I am not worthy, I am not enough, the voices of parents, teachers, they still live within us. So the first thing is to identify where is this inner critic coming from, because actually that part of you needs love. That part of you needs you to accept it without any conditions. It wants to be seen, but in order to do that, you have to stop taking action on the impulses of this self-critic, the inner critic. You have to learn to pause, train yourself to pause at that moment and go within and ask yourself, who else talked to me in this way? Whenever you are being hard on yourself, you are judging yourself, connect to that part of yourself, observe it, and as much as possible, accept it, see it without any conditions. This can be the beginning of healing that inner critic. Now another thing that is very important is to become your own best friend. There are two approaches to life. Whenever you make a mistake, whenever you do something wrong, either you can be hard on yourself for that, or you can say that it's alright, it's just a mistake. A person who has a history, maybe traumatized, they are not their best friends. They are their own greatest critic. It can also give birth to a deep-rooted self-hate. So zoom out a little bit from yourself. See yourself as a separate person, especially this aspect, and see that you are your best friend. How do you talk to your best friend? Whenever they go through their problems, whenever they make a mistake, you support them, you help them to navigate. You don't say to them that you are good for nothing. So be your own best friend. This is the number one thing, and you can set the intention that today I'm going to be my own best friend. No matter what mistakes I make, I will go easy on myself, because a self-loving person can overcome anything if they are conscious of their own shadow. It should not become fake positivity, simply an understanding that it is much better to love myself and be my own best friend instead of hating myself. The next thing is to connect to your inner child, because when you are in your childhood, you just want to play, you just want to have fun, you just want to explore, but you were made to put inside a box. You have to perform well in this, and you just wanted to play. So everything was made serious for you, and you got a belief system that the more serious I become, the more I do in life, the more I am worthy. And this creates a huge problem, because then your inner child will suffocate. You will completely be disconnected from your inner child, your playfulness. And most of the people who are really serious, life is all about success, money. They have no touch with their own playfulness, with their inner child. Life is serious. It's all about goals, hustling. So ask yourself that when was the last time you did something where you were not chasing money, success. You just did it for the fun of it. Try to remember that what was it that you used to love as a child. They are playing for the sake of playing. They have a really little interest at winning. And what will they get after that winning? No money is involved. So there is a part in us, that little kid. And if you are disconnected from it, you can never live a life that has a higher quality, that is of purpose. The ego is power hungry. It can even use the idea of purpose to control others, to manipulate others. But if you are connected to your playfulness, you will not bring your seriousness into your purpose. The very idea of purpose is to do things that come effortlessly from you. When you are in alignment with yourself, everything comes out of you naturally. You don't have to be hard on yourself for that. It expresses itself through you. So when we are in the doing mode constantly, we don't know anything about our being, and that being is 100 times powerful than doing, because it is your true nature. You just have to be yourself. So initiate the connection with your inner child. Do something that is not related to achieving something, whether it is money, success, winning. It should be very natural, very simple, not complex. And don't bring your seriousness into it. And if you really want to live a life of alignment, a life of purpose, connection to your inner child is very important. Then only you can carry out your purpose with playfulness, with not the money and goal oriented human ego. The child does not seek power. It simply wants to play. It simply wants to have fun, to enjoy life. And there is a way to stay connected with that and still have a life of abundance, of purpose. And the final thing is to be aware of your spiritual ego. There is a difference between knowledge and wisdom. When you are constantly accumulating knowledge, which is information related to these things, there is a spiritual ego, a spiritual identity that is created. So whenever you do something wrong in terms of your spiritual identity, the inner critic can enter into that also, that you did not meditate today. So don't be hard on yourself in spirituality also, because the very essence of spirituality is to be free from yourself, is to simply relax and be in a letting go state, surrender to your higher self. But here you are trying to control yourself, that I am supposed to do this, I'm not doing that. So again the inner critic has found its way. So don't be hard on yourself. Let go of the judgment and accept yourself. Love yourself and be your own best friend. I hope you enjoyed the video. You can like, comment and share. And thank you for taking the time to subscribe. Much love to you all.